Let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct. Listen, I'm pumped up. I'm amped. I'm charged. How about you? Listen, I want to talk to you from this message. Take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your life. Not too long ago, I had a chance to sit down and listen to a speaker, and the speaker was talking about how, he had to accept the life that was given to him from his parents. But when you look at a person's life, you say, hold up, man, you're making a lot of excuses there. Because there's some things that you are born into, but there's some choices that we make that give us the circumstances that we have. Does that make sense? For example, you don't control the parents that you come through, who God allows to be your biological parents. You can't control that. But you do control whether you go to school or not. You do control whether you go to class or not. You do control how much effort you put in to what it is that you're doing. You do control what you watch. Because you could say at some point, you know what, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to listen to this. You have some control over your life. Right? Some control. When you're younger, it's less. As you get older, you have a little bit more, right? Control, and you can take responsibility for your life. Point I'm trying to make is I'm tired of people making excuses about where they are in life and the circumstances that they are in based off of other people. How long can you blame your mother? How long can you blame your father? How long can you blame your boss? How long can you blame the cat, the dog, the fish, the mouse? How long can you blame other people, right, for where you are in life? Life is choice driven. So, right, that's what the Bible says. Choose this day whom you serve, that it may go well with you and your children's children. So, it's choice driven. You will live and die by the choices that you make. And if you're making choices with limited understanding, right, with limited knowledge, then guess what? Your life is not going to benefit. You're not going to go to that level. But you see, most people, they don't value knowledge. They don't value information. They value entertainment. They value a good movie. They value reality TV. They value a good concert. They value, a good song that fills their emotions. But when you know better, you can do better. That's why Solomon, when he asked God for something, he asked God for wisdom and understanding heart. Because he knew that if he got the wisdom, and he knew that if he got understanding, he knew he can get money. He knew he could manage people. He knew he could have a better quality of life. And see, most people, they just want the things. They just want the money. They just want the success. But they don't have understanding of how these things work. So even if somebody gave you a multi-million-dollar business today, if they just hand it over to you, if you don't have the knowledge of how these things work, you lose it all in less than 30 days because you don't know how to manage it, right? You don't know how to manage it. So, you'll lose it. And so we got to be the type of people who educate ourselves, who say, you know what? I'm not going to just stay where I am in my mentality. I must increase my mentality. I must increase from where I am so I can take responsibility for my life, so I can make better choices, so I can teach it to my children. When I studied heart attacks and people talk about generational curses, right? A lot of times, grandma, big mama, she cooked with certain things, a lot of Crisco oil or whatever. It's because what they could afford and it's what they knew at that time. Then your mom, she grows up and she uses the same thing because what's been passed down to her. And now you're using the same thing. And Big Mama had high blood pressure. Mom has high blood pressure. Now you have high blood pressure. Even though high blood pressure can be reversed. But what I'm trying to say is, you'll blame your mom. And your mom will blame Big Mom. As opposed to saying, okay, how do I reverse high blood pressure? Maybe I have to eat more fruits and vegetables as opposed to fried foods. Maybe I should bake my chicken instead of frying it. Just one example, right? Stop blaming the generations before you for where you are. Stop blaming because you're black where you are. Guess what? You're always gonna be black. You're always gonna be brown. Or that because you're white, you know, things are people are constantly talking about you because, oh, you're white, and they feel like, oh, you know, things are easier for you when you know that it's hard for you as well. So listen, take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility. I'm gonna say it again. Take responsibility for your life, right? And begin to meditate on what the scriptures of God say about you, as opposed to what the life circumstance say about you, or or what your family tree have spoken in the past. So what? Nobody in your family may have not went to college, but you're gonna be the first. Nobody in your family may not have been an entrepreneur and had their own company that was successful, but you're gonna be the first. Nobody in your family may not have owned houses or multiple houses, but guess what? You're gonna be the first. And you're gonna break the change. You're gonna break the mold within your family, because guess what? You're taking responsibility for your life. It's great to pray. It's great to pray big prayers. But after you pray those prayers, you got to get up now and do the work. Get up now and do the work. Put the action behind what you believe. Put the action behind what you pray. And put the work in. Be willing to put the work in. We can't complain about what we don't have, the things that we don't have but we want, and other people have, but we're not willing to put the work in. Constantly, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. So you can be tired all you want to, but that don't mean you're going to get what you want because you're tired. See, soaking and complaining just allows you to soak and complain. It don't change nothing. But until you say, you know what? This is where I am, but this is where I want to be, and I got to make some changes, and I'm willing to make them because I have to take responsibility for my life. That means if you made bad decisions in the past, own up to it. Even if you got you had a jacked up relationship and you had a beautiful baby out of that relationship, how long you gonna constantly blame your baby daddy? He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. But we know he ain't nothing. But he was something because you had a baby with him. And the past is the past. You can't change that. But from now into the future, you gotta do something. You gotta leave an example for your child that they can say, you know what? Mom and dad didn't make it for whatever reason, but I see my mom do her thing. I see my mom go to college. I see my mom graduate. I see my mom have a business. I see my mom serve the Lord. I see my mom hold it down. Or I see my father, work tirelessly to give me a better life. I see how my father was there for me. My father educated me for me. My father was there for me when I went to sports games, whatever. My father was there for me. He was a good example for me. My father taught me about the Lord. Can't, baby mama, nah, I'll never do it again. I ain't messing with none of these women. I won't get married. Not me. I ain't doing it. Sitting in the barbershop talking about these things. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. It's the past. You can't live in the past. You made a bad choice. You got with the wrong woman. Don't mean she's a bad person. She just wasn't right for you. And so now you got a child together. You got to take responsibility for your life. Right? It pains me. In the middle of the day, when I drive through certain blocks, neighborhoods, and I'm handling my business, I'm running my business, I'm going to the bank to drop off money, or I'm going to do, something pertaining to the business, and I see people sitting on the bench, sitting on the porch smoking weed, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. in the morning. You smoking weed. You drinking a 40 for breakfast and smoking weed on the side. Like it's eggs and bacon, right? Like you just wasting time. Like you're gonna be on this earth forever, right? You have nothing in you that says, you know what? I gotta do something different. I don't want to live like this no more. I gotta have a goal, a dream, a vision, hope, something. Especially if you got kids. Lord have mercy. When do we wake up? What would shake you up? Why do you like living like that? I don't understand it. Take responsibility for your life. We can't keep blaming other people. We can't keep blaming other cultures for where we are. We gotta say, you know what? I gotta take responsibility for my life. You know what? I have not been educating myself properly. Let me do so. Right? I have not been working on my body properly. Let me do so. Because then a lot of people, they'll go to the doctor. You know, that doctor, he gave me that medicine. That medicine ain't do nothing for me. Okay, so what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? Because that doctor is still making money from you coming to the doctor every time. So what you gonna do now? Are you gonna change your eating habits? Are you gonna start to exercise? Are you gonna drink water the way you're supposed to? Are you gonna take vitamins? What you gonna do? Or you just gonna complain about it? See, I find that most people will complain, but they won't take responsibility to change their life. Not too long ago, I met a woman, and she told me how she works at a job. She stands on her feet all day. She has to work with her hands. Her hands are bleeding, yada, yada, yada. We offer suggestions to her so she can find employment somewhere else. And I realized that when you're making suggestions to people, they don't really want to hear that. They just want you to hear their problem. They just want you to hear. They don't want a solution. They just want the problem. And they want somebody to feel sorry for them. But in the real world, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Nobody's going to say, oh, I understand what you're going through. I hear you, child. I hear you. I hear you. You know, I've been through it too, girl. No. Most people are just going to look at you like this. And they're not going to have compassion for you. So, I mean, we do, obviously, because we're children of God. But I'm saying most people, they're not. So I want to encourage somebody out there to take responsibility for your life. If the book needs to get written, you write it. If the business needs to get started, you start it. If the house needs to get clean and you don't have a maid, or you don't have nobody else in the house to help you, you clean it. Right? Whatever it takes, get the job done. Take responsibility for your life. This is your man, Mike Bowens, and I'm signing off until next time, saying, be blessed.